Hello, and thanks for tuning in today. I recently read that over 40 million US adults um, suffer from anxiety, making it the most common mental illness in the country. Somewhere around 18% of adults 18 and older. But even those of us that maybe haven't been diagnosed with an anxiety disorder aren't immune to experience stress, tension, and anxiety in our everyday lives. Well, practicing yoga can not only be an effective stress reliever, but also a way to ease some of the symptoms of anxiety and depression by transferring our focus and attention into the body and into the breath. Yoga can help to temper anxiety while also releasing physical tension. And that's what our practice is all about today. Please go ahead and start lying down on your back. We won't need any special props or anything for today, but you will need a little bit of space where you have some ground to use, okay? So go ahead and start by lying down on your back. And you can lie down as if we're taking Savasana. So Savasana, you just lie down on the back, extend the legs, arms by the sides, palms turned up. If the low back is feeling funky right now, then feel free to bring your feet flat to the floor, let the knees tent together, and that's an alternate position. But whatever you choose, just take a moment, settle yourself in, allow your eyes to soften and close. We'll take just a moment to tune in first. So as the eyes close, just notice what you notice. Taking in any physical sensation. Noticing as well anything that draws your attention in the mind, emotions. Getting a sense of your starting point. Now, please bring both hands to your low belly and just let them rest. And we'll start today with a few rounds of diaphragmatic breath. So this is belly breath. So as you take your next inhale, really concentrate on filling the belly up. So feel the belly rise against the hands. And then as you exhale, belly falls back down toward the spine, toward the floor. Again, full deep breath in, feel the belly expand with the breath. And exhale, belly falls back. Take 3 more on your own. Staying really tuned into the breath. 2 more, please. And release control over the breath. And let's squeeze the knees in towards your chest. Just draw them in. Hands can be on top of the knees or the shins, maybe even rocking a little bit side to side. Just noticing any tension that you might be holding in your low back. Maybe just rocking side to side, help massage some of that out. And then we'll take a twist. So keep your knees lifted, release your arms out, either straight out like a T or bend the elbows like a cactus. Lower both knees to your right. So the left thigh is up on top. And just letting the knees rest to the side. We'll take a couple of breaths here. Twists are a great way to not only physically release tension, tightness, holding. We think of and associate twists with detoxing, so letting go, but also emotionally, just letting go of those things that you no longer need to hold on to right now. I promise. If you want to pick it all back up after we're done with our little yoga session, then feel free. Next inhale, let's untwist, come all the way back onto your back. Maybe rock again side to side, just noticing the effects of the twist, and then release the arms down, lower both knees to the left. Pausing here for a few breaths. Inhale, roll back onto your back. And we'll come over onto hands and knees. You decide how to get there. Either roll to one side and press yourself up. If it's safe for your spine, rock back and forth along your spine a few times, just giving yourself a nice spinal massage. And then coming all the way up, flipping over onto hands and knees. So spreading those fingertips wide, planting the hands right underneath the shoulders. Knees are stacked right over your hips. As you take your next inhale, draw the heel of the hands back. So we stretch the front of the body, chest, breastbone moving forward, maybe even lifting the chin to look up. And then as you exhale, push the floor away and round the spine like a cat. Good. Inhale, cow pose, belly drops, chest draws forward, stretching the front of the body. Exhale, push the floor around like a cat. Good. One more, just like that. Opening up the spine, shoulders, the hips. And now please take your hips all the way back towards your heels for child's pose or balasana. And just snug the hips all the way back, taking a moment here, just a breath or two. And I will add in a little bit of movement. Some gentle movement is a great way to release physical tension in the body. So staying in child's pose, please sweep your hands so they are either back by your feet resting on the floor, or alternatively, you might stack the hands and let them rest at the low back. And now as you take a next inhale, rise all the way up onto your knees. So we're coming up into a high kneeling position. Sweep the arms up overhead. On exhale, return to child's pose, but this time with the arms extending out in front of you. So we'll call this bowing down. Inhale, glide forward to all fours and then cow pose. So the back arches, the chest moves forward. And then as you exhale, hips go back to the heels, sweep the hands back by the feet or to the low back. We'll repeat that a few more times. Inhale, all the way up, rise, up to the knees. Exhale, bow. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale, back to child's pose. Again, inhale, sweep and rise up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, child's pose. Good. Let's do two more, please. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bow. Inhale, forward for cow pose. Exhale, back to child's pose. Good. One more, please. All the way through. Inhale up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, cow. And exhale, return to child's pose, hips to the heels. And you can let the hands rest back by the feet. Or if the forehead doesn't comfortably come to the floor, stack the hands, let the forehead rest there. And take two of those deep diaphragmatic breaths here. Breathe into the belly. Feel the belly expand laterally into the ribs as well as into the low back. Please come back up onto all fours and step your right foot forward. Right foot comes forward and moving it forward far enough so that when you drop your hips forward, that right knee won't go beyond your toes. Hands will be on either side of the front foot. Drop the hips forward, lengthen the spine, and look forward. So feeling some kind of stretch across the front of the left hip or the back leg. Now, as you exhale, send your hips back, lengthen the right leg out in front of you. Now, feeling that stretch, move to the back of the front leg. 2 times, let's move through both of those poses. So inhale, shift forward, lengthen the spine, look up, and then exhale, shift back. Good. Inhale, shift forward, and exhale, shift back. Inhale forward. Let's stay here for 3 breaths. And now shift back. Lengthen the front leg out, and we'll stay here 3 breaths. And shift forward, and we'll change sides. Right leg goes back, left foot steps forward. Same thing, bringing it forward far enough so that when you drop the hips, the front knee doesn't go beyond the toes. Hands will be on either side of the front foot for support. Now 3 times we'll move through. Inhale here. Exhale, shift back. Lengthen the front leg out. Inhale forward. Exhale back. And forward 3rd time. And back. Now this time we hold it forward. 3 breaths. And shift back, lengthen the front leg out. 3 breaths here. And shift forward, taking the left leg back once more. And return to child's pose, stacking the hands, or let the forehead rest on the floor. Return to focus on the breath. And let's release from child's pose and come to lying down on your backs once more. So I'm going to stay seated, but go ahead and lie down on your back. We'll do a little tense and release relaxation, and that'll be our Savasana. So just lying back, get yourself comfortable, let the legs extend, or again, alternately, you might have the feet flat on the floor and the knees bent. And if you're feeling comfortable, allow your eyes to soften and close. So the first bit of our relaxation, we will be tensing and releasing various parts of the body. As we do this exercise, there's no need to tense 100% of your capacity. 50% is usually sufficient. And please remember to breathe normally, but with awareness as we move through. Please bring your awareness to the top of the head. And now we'll tense all of the muscles of the face, including the forehead, the cheeks, the mouth, the upper neck, maybe even sticking your tongue out. And then release with awareness. Notice the relaxation. And gently roll the head from side to side, with awareness of the tightening muscles on one side of the neck and the lengthening on the other. And bringing a head back to neutral, and notice the relaxation. Now tighten the shoulders, pulling them up away from the floor, shrugging them toward the ears, bringing them forward, and then release. Now tense the entire right arm from the shoulder all the way through the fingers, but see if you can do it without making a fist or without lifting your arm off of the floor. Just tense the whole right arm and let your awareness, your attention be deep inside the arm, not just on the surface. And then release slowly with awareness. Now tense the left arm in the same way, from the shoulder to the fingertips, without making a fist and without lifting him from the floor. Awareness is deep inside the arm, tense, and then slowly release. Observe the relaxation. Now gently tense the muscles of the chest and the abdomen while continuing to breathe, so we're not holding breath. And then release. Tense and release the right hip and right buttock. Now the whole right leg, from the hip, the thigh, the calf, the foot, just as we did with the arm, without lifting the leg off of the floor. And then release and feel the relaxation flood in. Now the left hip, left buttock, tighten, tighten, and release. And now the whole left leg, from the hip, the thigh, the knee, the calf, the foot, tighten, tighten, and release. No longer tensing any muscles in the body. Allow your attention to drift back up through the feet, the legs, hips, abdomen, stomach, chest, shoulders, arms, neck, face, and back to the top of the head. Allow your attention to move through your head and face. Include the top of the head, the forehead, the eyebrows, eyes, cheekbones, and nostrils. Be aware of the breath at the nostrils. And then we'll continue to survey mouth, jaws, chin, moving to the neck and the throat, shoulders, upper arm, elbows, lower arm, wrists, hands, fingers, and fingertips. Breathing as though you are inhaling from fingertips up to the shoulders and exhaling from shoulders back down to fingertips. Do this again. Inhale, fingertips to shoulders, and exhale, shoulders back down to the fingertips. Then moving your attention back through the fingers, the hands, the wrists, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulders, neck, upper back, and chest. Concentrate your awareness in the center of the chest. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. Moving awareness to the stomach, the abdomen, low back, hips, thighs, knees, calves, ankles, feet, and toes. Exhale as if your whole body is exhaling, and inhale as if your whole body is inhaling. As you exhale, let go of all tension, worries, anxieties. Inhale as if you are inhaling new energy, as well as a sense of peace and relaxation. Breathing in and out. Whole body. Now, for intention, back from the toes, up through the feet, the ankles, calves, thighs, knees, hips, low back, abdomen, stomach, and chest. Hold your awareness in the center of the chest, breathing in and breathing out. Continuing to survey now, upper back, shoulders, upper arm, elbows, lower arm, wrists, hands, fingers, and fingertips. Feel as though you are inhaling from the tips of the fingers to the shoulders and exhaling from shoulders back to fingertips. Breathing in and breathing out. And then moving attention back through the fingers, the hands, wrists, lower arm, upper arm, shoulders, neck, throat, chin, jaws, mouth, nostrils. Be aware of the breath at the nostrils. Breathing in and breathing out. Moving attention to the cheekbones, eyes, eyebrows, forehead, and back to the top of the head. Just allow your attention to now be aware of the smooth, slow, serene flow of your breath. Gentle, conscious effort guiding the breath so that it is smooth, calm, and deep. Now we'll begin our return to our usual state of alertness. Please begin to lengthen and deepen the inhalation. Calling the energy gently back to the body. Feeling refreshed, renewed, maybe a little lighter. As you begin to get ready to move more, wiggle fingers and toes, rock the head side to side. Draw the knees into your chest. And then either rocking to one side or forward on the spine. Slowly bring yourself up to sit. Sitting up tall, perhaps even with eyes still closed, staying within this deep inner experience. And then we'll join hands in Anjali Mudra, palm against palm in front of the heart, just taking a moment for gratitude. Gratitude to yourself for taking this time for you today. And I thank you so much for sharing this short practice with me today. Namaste. Thank you again. See you next time.